Welcome to Muddy River Mornings. I'm Bob Goff.
And I'm Brittany Bull.
And again, another beautiful summer day here in Quincy. We are going to get you ready for your weekend. Lots of great stuff going on this weekend. And it's been a busy week here around the Muddy River Ranch.
The ranch.
Not the pizza ranch, the Muddy River Ranch.
I like it. It seems like a ranch because this is a wild place, let me tell you. But to start off, for our Friday mornings at the ranch, we usually walk over to Crazy Cakes for some breakfast and some great coffee. Today and tomorrow, they will be celebrating their 7-year anniversary. So congratulations to them. Now, Joy wanted me to reach out to you and let you all know thank you to our loyal customers and great team members. We are celebrating 7 crazy years at 512 Hampshire in the district. Stop in and celebrate with us today or tomorrow, 8 to 2, and watch for the lucky number 7 to appear on your table to win a $7 gift certificate. Only 7 are given away, and there are specials on bakery treats for $7. Limited supplies, 7 lucky drawings, winners for t-shirts, tumblers, and baked goods.
So, no food today, but that's okay. But we got merch.
I love merch.
You got a new t-shirt.
I do, and it's nice and pressed, too.
Yeah, that was very nice of Joy to do that. I would think that if you just hung it up outside, the heat and the humidity would just get the wrinkles out.
Your way of doing things and Joy's way of doing things are 2 different ways for a reason. And Joy does an amazing job over at Crazy Cakes. They're lucky to have her, like I always say. And congratulations to Brian Lash and all the team on their 7 years.
And it's been a very busy week around here, and we've got a few quick news headlines for you.
In Quincy news, the Hope House special permit was denied at City Council. President Todd Hastings said the Hope House will try again in a new location.
In Hannibal news, after the City Council approved fireworks within the city limits, a house fire broke out at 923 Center with all the units responding. It was under control in about 30 minutes. One person was taken to Hannibal Regional, and it was ruled accidental with caused by fireworks. Speaking of fires, we also had the story here of the property at 4001 Broadway, the former site of Doyle Manufacturing. Now, of course, they moved across the river about 10 years ago, and this was after a massive fire they had on that same property in 2012. Nobody was hurt. Broadway was shut down though from Monday night through sometime Tuesday morning because they had to run the water lines across Broadway. But the fires were all taken care of, and once again, no people, no firefighters, nobody hurt in the process.
Ole Miss Academy has announced their new headmaster, Jason Watkins. After a 3-year-long search for a permanent headmaster, the board unanimously voted to hire Watkins. Jennifer Wiemelt, the founder and previous headmaster, has always intended on passing the torch.
And of course, summer in Quincy means pools, but it also means pool tournaments. Shane Halsey from our sports department has been very busy over at the Oakley Lindsay Center all week for the big pool tournament. He's got some great photos and a couple of really cool stories for you over on Muddy River Sports, so please check those out.
Coming up next, we'll hear from a short word from our sponsors, and as always, Muddy River Mornings is driven by Hess Auto Agency.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
Muddy River Engraving has been fantastic to work with, especially when I need something last minute, quickly. Andrew has just been fantastic to get me everything I need in a very quick, effective manner.
We work in a fast-paced industry, so for us, the fact that he personally delivers to it, that's one of the best things, and always comes through ahead of schedule.
What do I love about Muddy River Engraving? I love that Andrew supports the businesses that work with him. We'll see him in here almost every week, and that's nice that 2 people are helping each other out, pushing each other's product.
Hello, I'm Dr. Arshad Muzaffar, board-certified and fellowship-trained plastic and reconstructive surgeon at Blessing Health. This exceptional young woman is Isabella Peterson. I and my team have cared for Isabella and many children like her born with a cleft lip or palate, or both. The Blessing Health Craniofacial Anomalies Clinic team specializes in cleft lip and palate care and other head and facial bone disorders, known as craniofacial abnormalities. Each year, as many as 1 in every 600 babies is born with a cleft lip and palate. These conditions are treatable right here at home. Blessing's team is one of only 200 in the U.S. and Canada whose care is approved by the American Cleft Palate Craniofacial Association, and the only team within 100 miles. We have the experience, skill, and passion to help your family right here at home. For more information on our care, go to the website on your screen.
Women are exceptional. In the workplace, in the home, in the community. We fill so many roles vital not only to our success, but also the success of those around us. We deserve health care that is as exceptional as we are. Blessing Health meets the varied needs of every woman, from OB/GYN care and breast health to pediatrics for those of us who have little ones in our life. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
Welcome back to Muddy River Mornings, driven by Hess Auto Agency. Going out to Quincy Raceways last week was a lot of fun. We're going to talk to Steve about that later. But we also are going to talk with a couple of friends of ours, Richard Elson Peter and Paul Havermail, who do so much good work for veterans.
Yes.
And we also do some stuff with them through our Salute program, right?
Yes, so it's called Thank You for Your Service, and it's filmed at 8 Open. Those are our sponsors for that. We thank them for that. It's a great program where we get to hear just short little bits of veteran stories, and we get to thank them with a great sandwich from Jared Tipton at 8 Open.
And also the Veterans Group, the Tri-States Veterans Group, they do pick out local businesses to support. And Quincy Raceways is having a special Friday night racing edition tonight, and they will also be honored by the Tri-States Veterans Group. Here's my interview with Paul Havermail and Richard Elson Peter. And welcome back. I'm talking with Richard Elson Peter and Paul Havermail, and we are talking about veterans assistance, together with Tri-State Veterans Committee, and you guys are honoring a local business.
We are. It is always our. One of the things that we found is I've been a part of a lot of different veteran service organizations since I retired from the military, and I was always going into businesses asking them for something. You know, can you help with this? Can you donate for that? Can you sponsor this, sponsor that? And one of the things we found with that is we wanted to kind of flip that script. We wanted, instead of going in there and saying, this is what we need, we wanted to go into businesses, corporations, and say, thank you for all the great help you're doing, all the things you're doing for veterans and how you're helping veterans. So we just wanted to flip that script and be able to go into there and say, thank you. So.
Paul, with your pretty recent move to the Veterans Assistance Commission, you guys have done a lot of great work already. And how are you working? And you're also a member of Tri-States Veterans Board, correct?
Yes, I was recently elected chairman of the group, so I'm helping run that as well. Kind of trying to fill Richard's shoes a little bit with some of the logistics of it, but those are pretty big shoes to fill. So it's kind of work pretty hard at it.
But I mean, you guys, again, the work you've already done, you've just gone out and you've helped so many veterans find the stuff they need, and there's a lot of stuff out there.
There is. Obviously, from the Veterans Assistance Commission, we do help with VA benefits and representing folks to the VA as far as being their power of attorney, or VSOs, the vernacular for that. But we also help people with some general assistance, direct financial aid, and we've seen a little over 600 folks since we got 600 different people since we got into the VAC being in existence about 1 year and 4 months ago.
Yeah, it's been just a wonderful thing for people to have this, to have this resource, because you are a quasi-governmental organization, I guess, but for the way that you've been able to help people cut through the bureau, the paperwork and the bureaucracy has really been commendable. So
thank you. We were trying very hard, and again, that was another thing. I don't mean to talk about Richard so much with him sitting here, but he was definitely a driving force behind the VAC being initiated in Adams County, and has been a tremendous resource for us. As far as the Business Choice Awards, one of the big things that, as Richard said, we want to recognize those businesses, but we also want other businesses other businesses to aspire to support veterans in our area. So we think there's a follow-on benefit to this as well.
No question about it. Richard, I ran into you last Sunday night out at Quincy Raceways, and you were out there trying to kind of drum up support and talk a little bit about your organization, and how fitting that you'll be out there again tonight.
I tell you, we will. We meet out there every night of racing. There's 20 nights of racing at Quincy Raceways, so we like to go out there with one of the subgroups, the Adrenaline Racing team, to help bring veterans into the racetracks. Because one of the things that I read about or learned about is there are so many veterans that when they leave the military, they feel that loss of camaraderie. They feel that loss of having that family support they had with their brothers and sisters in the military. So Adrenaline Racing is a way of getting veterans to come to the racetracks, build that camaraderie they used to have with their brothers and sisters, and build that camaraderie with the local race teams that they used to have with the military. So. And
Quincy Raceways is the business that you're honoring when you're out there tonight, and they have been just celebrated their 50th anniversary out there. The DeLonge family carrying on the great tradition of the Scott family, and I know Bob Scott, who just left us not too long ago. He was a veteran, and I know that that veterans issues were always near and dear to his heart. And now you guys are really working with the DeLonge family to sort of keep that going.
Well, Jeff and Renee are fantastic. When I approached them with it, they said, Rich, definitely, we want to be a part of this. We want to help with the Adrenaline Racing. We want to go ahead and work with you. How can we do that? So they went ahead and we worked with them to set up a program for the Adrenaline Racing to give veterans a reason to come to the racetrack every week of racing. So if you are a VFW member, you may get in free this night. You can get a free, buy one, get one free at the concession stand on this night. If you're in the Army, you get in free this night. We give a door prize to veterans. Some nights we give them, every veteran that comes in gets a prize, and every night we do a drawing. So we give a veteran something every week. So Jeff and Renee were fantastic, and we wanted to reach out and say thank you very much for all the help, support that they give to the veterans, and the veteran community through the racing community. So
again, once again, as Steve and I talked about earlier, tonight, Friday night, special racing night out there, and want you all to head out there, not only support Quincy Raceways, thank Quincy Raceways for their veteran support, and if you see a veteran out there, and there's always a lot of veterans out there who are out there, the big race fans, go out there and again, thank them for their service. So, all right.
Absolutely.
Guys, thanks a lot for being here.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the time.
Again, those guys do such great work.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to Steve a little more about the racing going on tonight at the track.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Our own Annie Reller might be dragging me out that way.
Fun.
And I'm like, it's something new to me at least.
Think of frozen margaritas and cold beer, you'll be fine.
You know me all too well.
That's true.
All right, on some shows coming up this week, Frankie and the Clits, they talk about joining a country club, toxic masculinity, and channeling their inner Sean Connery, and whether or not there is or is not an Epstein list. Check out that podcast. It's always a comedic time.
There is an Epstein list, but we won't get into that right now. Business Spotlight, Jeff Longlet with Liberty Bank. He comes aboard and talks about the big merger as North Adams State Bank is now part of Liberty Bank, and we want to thank Jeff Longlet and Mark Field for their partnership here with Muddy River News.
Later today on Club Muddy, I have my good friend Justin Hallbrick on. We talk about music, his involvement with the different bands in the local area, and the culture of Catholic life as a Quincean and also as a millennial. We also hear about the upcoming Zach Hallbrick Memorial Show. That's this Saturday. It's a great concert in tribute to his late brother Zach. All the proceeds go to the Zach Hallbrick Scholarship for Q&D.
And Justin also makes Brittany drink a stag beer.
No, that doesn't happen.
Minutes with the Mayor. Ashley sits down with Development Director Jason Parrott. They talk about planning, zoning, and development issues, and what it takes to try to create new developments here in Quincy.
On the Daily Muddies this week, Ashley sat down with some great guests. Jeremy Henkamper and Sam Rubel stopped by to inform us all about the Quincy Embers. It is a local Special Olympics team that has impacted the community and brought some big wins for Quincy. Ashley also sits down with Megan Dusterhouse from Quinata to discuss the Illinois Coalition Against Sexual Assault. We also have our weekly coffee talk, which kind of turned into a roast this week. Once again, this show and many of our shows run on the communications of our audiences. In most cases, a press release.
And yeah, it was some roasted coffee talk this week. That's for sure. It was a great episode. So now we're going to hear from our friend Glenn Swick about contingencies when buying or selling a home.
Hi, I'm Glenn Swick, designated managing broker at Swick Realty. And today we're breaking down contingencies in real estate offers. If you're selling your home, understanding contingencies is key to choosing the right offer. Contingencies are conditions that must be met for the sale to move forward. Common examples include financing, home inspections, and appraisals. A financing contingency ensures the buyer can secure a loan, while an inspection contingency allows them to back out if major issues are discovered. An appraisal contingency protects the buyer if the home doesn't appraise for the agreed price. When reviewing offers, fewer contingencies often mean a smoother, faster sale. However, it's important to weigh each one carefully with your agent's help. Contingencies aren't bad. They're a normal part of the process, but understanding them can help you make informed decisions. Ready to sell your home? I'll help you navigate offers and contingencies with confidence. Contact me today to get started.
Guess what it's time for now, Brittany?
Sports with Shuck, brought to you by Neiman's.
Well, happy Friday, Muddy Buddies. Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman here, getting you ready for a big, eventful sports weekend. That's right, we got a lot going on this weekend. The Missouri versus Illinois All-Star Baseball game takes place Saturday night in Hannibal at Veterans Field. Great send-off for the high school, recently graduated high school seniors. Their last game representing their high school, so that'll be a fun time. We'll have some previews on muddyriversports.com, so make sure to check those out. Then also coming up this weekend is the Quincy Tennis Association City Doubles Championships for both regular doubles and mixed doubles are going to be taking place this weekend at the Greenman Tennis Center in Reservoir Park, so make sure to check that out. We'll have coverage of that. My guy Shane Holsey will be out there Sunday for the championships, so we'll have complete coverage of that. Doggy Paddlers are back in town this weekend. Got a doubleheader on Friday against the Clinton Lumber Kings, trying to snap a tough start to the post-All-Star break. They dropped a doubleheader on Wednesday night, and so they got to get going. Maybe make a playoff run. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, and then coming up in the next couple weeks, we got some fun things planned. We got some more Shuck on Trucks coming up. I got a really cool one I'm going to be recording next week with a guy I think you're all really going to want to watch because it's a guy going through some things. Really looking forward to chatting with him and telling you his story. So make sure to check that out next week. We've got some Adams County Bicentennial sports related stories I'm working on. So those will be coming up, and we're only, 4 weeks away from the start of football practices, soccer practices. We're nearly a month, just little over a month away from the first fall sports event. It takes place August 14th. So it's right around the corner. We'll be getting you prepped for that. We'll have complete coverage of our fall sports teams, previews, videos, all kinds of stuff coming up. So that'll be all in August. But got to get through July still. It's a little hot out there, so I understand if you don't want to get outside too much. But there are some fun things going on. So enjoy your weekend. We'll be back here next week. Make sure you check out muddyriversports.com for all your sports updates. Have a great weekend.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
So I told you I got to hang out with Steve.
Yes.
And I got to hang out last Sunday night and MC the 50th anniversary event at Quincy Raceways.
I heard it was a good one.
It was a lot of fun. So Steve and I are going to talk a little bit about that, how the racing season is going, and once again, a special Friday night edition of Quincy Raceways. Here is Beyond the Bull Ring with Bob and Steve. A special Friday morning edition of Beyond the Bull Ring as we prepare for a special Friday night Quincy Raceways. Friday instead of Sunday, you okay with that? Will your body adjust?
My body will adjust. I'm not sure if the whole atmospheric thing will work or not, but I'm hoping it will. I know Jeff and Renee DeLange, the owners at the track, want to try something new, and we may see another Friday night before the year's out. They're going to go over things in the off season. Maybe we see a full-time switch. Maybe it'll be 50-50. Maybe it'll be totally back to Sunday. But I applaud them for giving it a shot. Friday night could work because a lot of the tracks have changed their nights in the region, and right now there is an opening there, and maybe it's for the better.
So Donaldson's no longer on Fridays, correct?
They've been flip-flopping back and forth, but no, there's nothing permanent on Friday nights right now. And I know the main idea is, you know, a lot of cars get torn up on Friday and Saturdays at different tracks, then they can't make it to Quincy on Sundays. Well, if Quincy's racing on Friday, maybe they get them all in. So more power to them.
You and I were both out there last Sunday for the special anniversary show. That was a lot of fun.
That was it. I've been thinking about that all week, getting to see some of the old guys again, but just thinking back to all the years. I mean, I've been going out there almost 30 years, and you know, it goes 20 beyond me, so I can't imagine what that felt like for some of those guys. And the one guy I talked to afterwards, Tony Dunker, it really hit home with him. He goes, there's really something good going on out here right now, and he's already planning for his sons to be involved, which I had no idea about, but it's a couple years down the road. But I'd look for Tony to be back out there on a regular basis in the coming years.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be great. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I hadn't been out there since before COVID, so it was a lot of fun. Could you like to critique the MC of the anniversary program? How was his performance?
There's potential there. I think he has a bright future.
I am not returning behind the mic, though. That rumor started quickly, and I was like, no, Doug Maley does a fantastic job. You don't need me around there. So it's great to come out and visit, and I had a lot of fun. We had a little get-together over at Scotty's Fun Spot with a lot of the old-timers who I used to work with out there, and it was great seeing them. And then, of course, a lot of them showed up. Jeff wanted them there because the Scott family was also honored for everything they've done, and it was a very heartfelt, emotional night, and then the racing was really good.
The racing's never bad. I mean, it's just, at some point, if you like to go out there for the crashes, there's going to be crashes. If you want the close racing, there'll be the close racing. But yeah, Sunday night provided a lot of everything. But back to your point about the old timers for just a second.
Yes.
Steve Frazee.
Yes.
That I had no idea that he was going to be there. And for those who don't know, you know, Steve dates back to the beginning of the race.
He's the first legend of Quincy Raceway.
True.
I think that's fair to say.
I agree.
He won all the time. He was fantastic. Wayne Walbring, who was like one of his car sponsors, and also did some photography work out there. He was there for him, and I hadn't seen Steve in 10, 15 years probably.
I hadn't seen him since he was part of the first Hall of Fame class, and
yes.
I think it was 2011, so I hadn't seen him since then.
You know, I take that back. That might have been the last time I saw him too. So, but it was great, and the racing was good, and had a little post-race shenanigans. Did you stick around for that?
Oh yeah, it was just boys being boys. You know, the occasional viewer or attendee doesn't quite get it, but you know, it really wasn't that uncommon. I mean,
it happens all the time.
Somebody's going to get punched back in the pits almost every Sunday night.
I mean, you know, rubbin's racing, but sometimes it gets a little more than rubbin, and everybody gets a little hostile, and then they all have beers afterwards, and they're all buddies again.
Oh yeah, by Monday morning everything was fine.
We all got to race here again next weekend. Yeah, got to remember that.
It was the most entertaining part of the season in that regard so far.
And on the final note, I had my first track burger in, like I said, so a few years since before COVID. It was perfect.
They're amazing this year. They're
exquisite.
They're bigger, they're thicker, and they're good.
And you add your own chopped onions, you add your own pickles. I know you're not into that kind of stuff, but
no, a burger should be plain. That's the way the good Lord planned it.
How many did you consume on Sunday night?
Honestly, I only had one Sunday night. I had eaten quite a bit before I'd gone out,
so
yeah,
wow.
and
I only had one too. I was good.
hot weather isn't the same. If we got like a 60-degree night going out there, I'm good for about 4 burgers.
But the Cuervo margaritas were excellent. The Busch Light was cold. The Track Burger was hot and delicious. Perfect. And the racing was great.
Yep, yeah.
Perfect night. So, well, thanks again. And again, tonight, as we're running this on our Friday morning show, tonight is racing at Quincy Raceways. So head out there tonight, and you'll definitely see Steve out there. I'm 50-50 right now, trying to figure out what I'm going to do on Friday night. But later tonight, I guess whatever my wife tells me, right?
True.
True that. So, all right. Hey, thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Bob, do you like to go fast?
Go fast, go hard, baby. That's what it is. Rubbin's racing. I'm trying to think of all the other race analogies I can get in there. So.
I want to get into this.
Oh, you'll go out there and get hooked.
I liked Talladega Nights, so.
Oh yeah, fantastic movie. The nice thing is though, you buy, but make sure you might get dirt in your beer.
I heard you have to make like a teepee with a napkin or something.
Yeah, or just your hand. Something like that, so that
yeah.
always works. So anyway, along with Quincy Raceways tonight, doggy paddlers tonight as well. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Big stuff going on this weekend.
Yes, so tonight is the last performance of the first set of Hannibal Bluff's Theater the last 5 years. It's at 7:30 tonight. There will be another set of performances offered July 17th through the 19th, as well as a 2 p.m. showing on July 13th. This play is free to the public and recommended for an audience of 13 and older. It was made into a movie years ago, and it was starring Anna Kendrick. The performers in this play stopped by the Daily Muddy to chat with Ashley about the play. They were delightful, and the interview was great. You can still catch that on Muddy River TV.
Speaking of plays, the Quincy Community Theater showing Jersey Boys tonight at 7:30 as that classic musical has begun its run. And you can check out all the rest of the show times at 1qct.org. And there's still some seats available for every show. Anyway, it's one of the best, and I'm going to find some time to go see it next week.
Also tonight, Blues in the Park. Make sure to pack your coolers and bring your lawn chairs. But come hungry, because tonight the Big Bros Barbecue and Your Mama's food trucks are going to be available. There will also be activities put on by the Quincy Children's Museum inside the Blessing Tent.
Your Mama.
Your Mama.
Your Mama.
I love that name.
Quincy Raceways, like we talked about, racing starts at 6. You can head to Blues before you go to racing. Anyway, great action out there. Quincy Raceways on a special Friday night edition. Also, the doggy paddlers, Q&D product, Tyler dances on the mound, so that might be a lot of fun as well.
Sounds like there's lots of things to do this weekend.
Tons going on.
All right, and then next Monday, like I always say, we like to drop something positive on the Monday to battle the case of the Mondays, and this will be no exception. It's the next episode of Road Trips with Randy. Randy takes Ashley and me to some caves or tunnels in the middle of the city. We explore the Dick's Brothers Brewery. Brett Austin gives us a taste of the tour, and we, of course, had to check out the bar. It's a speakeasy kind of place, and it has an espresso martini that might top my espresso martini list.
You're a picky espresso martinian.
I am. I
Very
love
much so.
the patios as well, so
Yeah.
they're kind of pretty up there.
And we're going to do a little something special again tomorrow, right, with Dick Brothers?
So tomorrow we will have a special Muddy TV report where we went to the Dick's Brothers Brewery, which is also the set of The Death of the Brewer. The production company behind the upcoming feature film is officially casting for extras in Quincy, Illinois, Iowa City, Iowa, and Galena, Illinois. The movie is set early in Iowa City in 1884. Death of a Brewer explores the rich, gritty, and divided world of brewing, politics, and prohibition. Mina Savari and Michael Rooker are in the film. So if you want to be in the film, we'll have the details on that on this Muddy TV special.
I also want to make sure when Michael Rooker's in town, I want to interview him. He's one of my favorites.
He was absolutely amazing in Guardians of the Galaxy for me. I feel like he kind of made that movie.
He's in JFK. He was really good in that. Also, the other big one he was in, which is my favorite, is Tombstone.
Now, I'm not for sure if they are coming to town, but we will get the details on that.
That would be great if he did.
Yes.
And that's Mina Savari, not Mira Sorvino, as I got confused when we were having this discussion earlier in the week. So, but anyway, she's good.
In American Pie, I think American Beauty.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, that's kind of cool. So anyway, we'll be talking more about that here as it approaches. So another fast show. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. Again, no excuse. Get off your couch. Get off the couch and turn your air conditioning down, because if you got your MRN bills this week, ouch.
Yeah.
They hurt. Yeah. So shut off the air or turn the air up, then leave, go do something, come back. Maybe that'll help your bill. So have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.